Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Commodores will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So South Carolina's offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win. Fall forward, get that.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man across the middle. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Commodores started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Wants to throw again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vandy.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field. lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Touchdown Commodores! Stealing a score on special teams.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that. And here comes the punt team. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It'll be third and long. He's looking to pass. Setting up the screen. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a...
The punt team makes its way onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. They'll start this drive going to the air. Immediately fires to the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Trying to set up the screen. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Made a defender miss. Touchdown Vanderbilt. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. He's got the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking downfield on 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Vandy.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under fire. Looking to get it in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Commodores.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the...
They bring the punter onto the field now. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Doors. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
On the run from inside his own 5. And here comes the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the catch near the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Going right to work up top. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to him,
touchdown, Vanderbilt! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.